All right, let's talk about something we all do pretty much every single day. Logging into websites. You type in your password, you hit enter, and you're in. But what's actually happening behind the curtain? I mean, you'd think so, right? It seems logical. You give a website your password, they save it, and then they check it next time you log in. Seems simple enough. But here's the twist. They don't. Or, let's be clear, any website that takes its security seriously absolutely should not be doing that. Storing your password directly is a massive security risk, so they use a much smarter system instead. So first, let's just bust this common myth wide open. The whole idea that a website keeps a big file with everyone's usernames and passwords side by side, that is a hacker's dream come true and a total nightmare for anyone in security. Just think about it for a second. If a hacker got into that database, it's game over. They would have the keys to every single account instantly. It's a catastrophic failure. So to avoid that, websites need a way to prove it's you without ever actually knowing your password. So how do they do it? Well, the solution is a really elegant piece of digital magic. It's a one-way process that turns your password into a secret that even the website itself can't read backward. And this process is called hashing. You can think of a hashing function like a super complex blender. It takes your password, scrambles it all up using a complex math formula, and spits out a totally unique digital fingerprint. We call that fingerprint a hash. Here's a perfect example. You take a simple password like hello123, you put it into the hash function, and what comes out is this long, jumbled up string of characters. That string is what the website stores, not your actual password. Now, the most important part of this whole thing is that it's a one-way street. You can't reverse it, you can't take that long hash and unscramble it to get the original password. It's kind of like turning a cow into a hamburger. There's just no going back. Okay, so if the website doesn't know your password, how in the world does it let you log in? This is where a little something I like to call the digital handshake happens. When you type your password to log in, the system doesn't compare it to a stored password. No. Instead, it takes the password you just typed, runs it through the exact same hashing function from before, and creates a brand new hash. Then it just compares that new hash to the one it saved for you. And if those two hashes match, bingo! The system knows you must have typed the right password. Access granted. The whole time, your actual password was never stored or seen by the website. Pretty clever, huh? But, hackers are always trying to find a way around things. They've got lists of common passwords and their hashes. So to make things even more secure, engineers add one more ingredient to the recipe. See, here's a potential weak spot. If you and I both use the password123, then without any other tricks, our stored hash would be exactly the same. An attacker could spot that pattern. So the solution is something called a salt. And no, it has nothing to do with food. A salt is just a unique, random bit of data that gets added to your password before it goes into that hashing blender. And every single user gets their own different salt. So look at this. Even though the password is the same in both cases, adding a different, unique salt to each one means the final hashes are completely different. This makes it so much harder for attackers to find patterns. But wait, there's more. Modern systems have one more layer of defense to really slow attackers down to a crawl. They actually use hashing algorithms that are designed to be slow on purpose. Now, it's still practically instant for you when you log in, but for a hacker trying to guess billions of passwords a second, what's known as a brute force attack, this slowdown makes their job incredibly difficult and time-consuming. And that brings us to the final and maybe the most important part of this whole security chain. All of this amazing technology is in place, but you know what? It still really depends on you. Using a strong and unique password for each site is your part of the deal. So, let's bring it all back. The next time you log in somewhere, you can feel a little better knowing that any well-built website isn't just sitting on your password in some file. They're storing the proof, the irreversible, cryptographic proof that you and only you know the real secret. And that right there makes all the difference.